We just slept for so long, and now we're gonna go do our laundry and go to the pharmacy and take a look. So we got takeaway drinks in little paper cups. I got an apple spritz and I got a Moscow Mule. It's so good. It's so yummy. Cheers. And we're just watching the sunset and watching people have picnics and chat and swim and play ball, and it's just a very nice evening. Very nice evening. After a very stressful travel day. It's been worth it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've all been wondering, what's this weird thing that happened on our 15-hour travel day?
Why are there limited vlogs? Why are the vlogs that are there not always super coherent?
Why are we talking about how something went wrong?
Things did go wrong.
And we're here to talk about it.
We're here to talk about it. So we departed from Lucerne at 10 p.m. Before we departed, we took a shower at the train station because you could pay for showers.
And we just climbed Rigi.
We had just climbed Rigi Mountain, and we were hot and sweaty and gross, and we didn't have a hotel to shower at. So we went back to the train station. We showered at the train station. And then we sat and waited for our train, and we finally hopped our train, and we decided, because we had, I think, 4 trains total, that we were going to take shifts sleeping. So the first one, it was my turn to sleep, and Riley got to be awake. So
then I was awake, everything was fine, journaled in my whatever, and we're about to, like, be able to get off to our next train. And it's like, okay, like, train, like, it's speaking German, like, so I'm like, okay, then I'm like, oh, weird, like, the train is so early, like, this is so strange. And then I was like, oh, wait, our train station's here. So then I was like, Riley, get up, like, let's go, like, we have to get off the train.
I left my adapter.
Yeah, so we ran off the train, and then I look around. Well, first we run down to go see where our other train is, because we had, like, a 5-minute
layover or something
situation,
like that, and there was
no train. And then I look at the signs, and we're in this completely different area.
We were in Bellizzano, and we were supposed to be in Chiasso.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to be getting to Chiasso for our, like, 3-hour layover or something like that. So we ended up Riley, my poor baby, was really
So then I got really stressed out because I was like, oh my god, I just took us off the wrong train stop, and it was 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, it was like 1:30 a.m.
Something like that. So I was like, oh my god, we're stranded, like, I don't know what to do, I don't know when the next train is, all this stuff. And then Marlena calmed me down, and we figured out a different train situation, and we were able to get on a train that was, like, literally 2 minutes after that.
Yeah, to Chiasso. So then when we get to Chiasso, because I looked and I was like, there's one in 2 minutes, like, at this exact stop. So we waited for Chiasso, and when we got to Chiasso, instead of jumping from Chiasso to another place, we ended up having a 3.5-hour layover in Chiasso.
Yeah.
And when we get there,
the whole time we were like, oh my god, like, what did we sign ourselves up for? Because we were gonna have some really long layover somewhere. And I was like...
And we were on our way, and we started, like, literally sweating. We were like, oh my god, like, we're literally about to be in this train station for 3 hours from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
In this random train station, and we're, like, looking around, and we're like, oh my god, like, because I'm like, what if we just take a train from one place to another, and then whatever, just to stay in a enclosed space? And then I realized that there's no trains running because the entire train station is 100% shut down.
Yeah.
No attendance, no trains, no bathrooms, nothing for 3 hours.
Completely shut down.
And then we're looking, like, there's no restaurants, there's not even a bar we can sit at, there's nothing in this whole town.
And, like, the other train stations we've been at have been, like, a little bit sketchier. Like, they've been
scary.
They've been, like, a little bit, they're, like, open, indoor situation where people just walk in and sleep.
And then we were, like, looking for hotels and seeing, like, maybe, like, what if we just get a hotel for 3 hours or something? Because we were being stupid, and we, like, decided this months ago.
Europe vlog. So far, I have 2 computers. 2 booking.coms on my phone. I made my own calendar to figure out this train stuff.
And didn't realize that the reason why that layover was so long was because the train station's closed. So then we're like, we don't know what to do. Like, let's go look around and see if we can stay somewhere. But
so then we get we're literally like sweating and anxious when we arrive at Chiasso because we're like, we don't know what we're about to walk into. We walk into a wonderfully clean and put together train station, thank God. And as we're walking, we're like, well, everything is shut down. There's no one in here. Like, we were just gonna walk to this hotel and ask them to let us hang out in their lobby for 3 hours or, like, a room. Like, we were gonna pay crazy money for it. And then we were walking by and we hear these 2 guys speaking. And I'm like, Riley, he's American. And I had never thought that hearing an American accent would be so comforting. But I'm like, that's an American. And I was just like, if he's American, then he's not some person who's here to, like, hurt us or steal our things. He's obviously traveling also. Yeah. So we hear someone speaking American English. I'm like, oh my God. And then we're like, well, what if we don't talk to them? Because stranger danger, but we just sit near them. So we have some form of protection, or if something happens, someone to ask help or whatever. So we sat near them, and there was another man sitting next to them that had a super thick, like, Eastern European accent. We were sitting there, and then I was like, I'm gonna say something, like, just to break the ice, because it's literally, like, it was very obvious that they were there for 3 hours for the same reason that we were. And we were like, we're just gonna sit across from them for 3 hours without saying anything, when he obviously speaks English. Said, are you guys here for the 3-hour layover also? And then they start hysterically laughing, like, oh my God, yes, we are, whatever. And then we ended up chatting with these people for 3 straight hours in the middle of the night in this train station, and it made it go by so much faster, and we felt so safe. They were so nice, and they were like, we were just telling about stories about our travels, then we were listening to their stories about their travels. And then my favorite story, though, was this Polish guy said that, what was it? It was, he said that this one night he was, well, we were talking about, like, camping and backpacking and stuff like that, and he was like, this one night, I go to top of mountain, and I think, I just camp here tonight. A random field, I just camp here tonight. And I set up my sleeping bag, and I go to sleep. And when I wake up, I hear this ding, 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 ding. And I open my eyes, and I'm surrounded by cows. And they walk up to me, and they are licking me, and they are kissing me. And he tells us this amazing story about him and his cows. And then we were actually all going on the same train. We were all going to Milan because we had another connection. One of them was about to go to Florence, and then the other one was going back to Poland to see his family. And Riley, explain what you realized.
Well, Marlena was asleep.
Because we all got on the train to Milan together.
We all got on the train to Milan together, and then we just stayed sitting next to each other. And then I started to realize, I was journaling, and the Polish guy, he goes, oh, you're left-handed? And I was like, yeah, I'm left-handed. And he was like, talking, and he was like, I accidentally booked the wrong airport, and that's why I have to go to Milan. Like, that's why this whole thing happened. And then I started to realize, because the other guy said that he booked the wrong night in Milan, and he was gonna have to eat the money. And he also, like, had issues with his he was trying to go to Barcelona, and it didn't work out. And then we had our issue with, we didn't even talk about what we found out.
We'll get there. Oh, and then we didn't realize that until we were at the train station.
And then we had a huge issue, and that was, like, uncovered with them there. And I was like, wow, like, we are just 4 random people who've messed up, and we're just, like, figuring it out as we go. And it was, like, it was super poetic almost, because, like, we were all just
doing our best,
doing it together, doing our best, sharing words of wisdom, It
was so nice.
It was very nice.
It was hell, though. We were so tired.
So exhausted.
Then we get onto this one. Riley stays awake. She's the watch dog. She lets me sleep, thank God. And these 2 other people end up falling asleep also. And we hop on the next train. And on this train, I'm like, we arrived in Milan, and we got coffee, and then I was like, okay, Riley, like, you sleep on this one. You sleep. I
was just so anxious because so many things went wrong. I just could not sleep.
Yeah, but I was like, Riley, like, we're on Milan now. Like, we are set. Like, you go to bed.
And at this point, I'm like,
She's literally lulling herself
I'm like
to bed.
falling asleep like this.
She had to look at me like, Marlena, I'm going nonverbal tired. I'm so tired. I was
so
like,
tired.
I'm like,
Yeah.
do it. And we were like, we end up like going on the wrong train track, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's 21, not 12, and like we sprint over to the other one, and it is the most full packed train we have been on this entire trip.
It was horrible.
And poor Riley has this suitcase like shoved next to her on one side, a man standing.
His fanny pack was like touching my face.
Oh my god, bro.
And it was just like smelly, and it was so uncomfortable,
gross.
and it was a 2-hour train. So the whole time I'm getting hit with fanny pack, I have to pee.
You're like lulling yourself
to
sleep.
I keep like literally like my eyes are rolling back in my head, and it was horrible.
And I would turn around and be like, oh Riley, don't worry, you can go to sleep. I can keep an eye on the train stop. And she's like, I literally can't.
I was like, there's just so many things going on.
And then we got off of that one, and then the next train we got on, we got so lucky because we got there and we realized that there was like this mass of people that wanted to get on this train. And we were like gonna have to push and shove and fight. I literally like shoved in front of a stroller to get on because I was like, I just can't wait for this stroller. Like, I have to get on this train. And we got on, and I like begged this old Italian couple. I'm like, can we please have these 2 seats? And they're like, yes, of course. And they moved to the side, and I got Riley on, and then that was a really lovely one, honestly.
Yeah, because we had our pillows, our candy cane pillows that are super stupid and super funky looking. And then this Italian guy's like, he's so expressive. He's like,
he was literally like a cartoon. He was like, muy interesante pillow.
Ooh, interesting.
And
yeah.
he was like, inflatable? Inflatable?
He's like,
yeah, it's
he was like, but he was so nice.
Yeah,
he was so nice about it. And getting it on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm like sitting there. I look at Riley. I was like, he just looked it up on Amazon. He was like, he's like, it can't get delivered to Italy. Like, he was so upset.
Yeah, and he's like showing his wife. Yeah. Like, he's like, it's nice.
He was like really into this candy cane thing.
Yes.
And we were just having a very nice time with these people, and it was a full train, which sucked, but also like we were fine.
Sleep and for a second.
After that train was my least favorite, which was the train from God knows where to Nice. And it was packed full of people. It was so hot. There was just like the sun coming through the windows. We were on the second story, so the heat was rising. And this one was, what was it, 30 minutes long?
It was longer than that. It was like 55 minutes.
It was like 55 minutes. It felt so long, and we were so uncomfortable. We were like fanning ourselves. Yeah. And then finally we arrived at our hotel. We went and we got tacos. They're not tacos.
If you see French taco, it's not a taco.
It's a tortilla filled with potatoes and cheese.
Just FYI.
But it's not even open. It's a burrito filled with potatoes and cheese.
It was just like the last thing we wanted after being like overheated on a train for 15 hours.
And then we got back to the hotel and we showered and we napped.
Till 6 p.m. We got here at 2. And then we had a great little day. We walked around and
it was all worth it.
It was great.
That's our train story. Oh, wait.
I'll try to tell this one.
My turn to hold the phone for a little bit.
Okay, so this is where shit went wrong. This is where things went wrong.
This was like the biggest mistake of the trip.
This is the biggest mistake of the trip. So we're sitting at the train station with the 2 guys that we were talking to for the 3-hour layover train thing. And I'm like, oh, Nina, like, let me go look at your booking.com to see how far our train is from the hotel, what time we can check in or whatever. And I'm looking at my phone, and I'm looking at her phone, and I'm like, there's something wrong. And I quickly realized that we left Switzerland a day early than we were supposed to.
We had 2 nights in Switzerland. We thought we had 1.
We thought we had 1, and we planned it to 2 nights. So we purchased 2 nights at this hotel, and we didn't have any hotel for tonight in Nice because we thought that for some reason, like, it was planned correctly.
It wasn't executed correctly. We executed it incorrectly. We thought we had 1 night in Switzerland and 3 nights in Nice.
Yeah.
Because we've had 2 nights in every single location.
So we literally did this a day early. Like, we did this whole 15-hour train thing.
Like, we would be leaving right now for the train.
And I realized that we didn't have a hotel tonight, and I was like, oh my god, how did we do this? How did we not catch this? And thank God this hotel was able to get us in for 3 nights and extend our stay in the same hotel room. Same room. But it's so sad because we could have had another day in Switzerland.
But we're trying to look on the positive side because Switzerland was really wonderful.
It was really expensive.
It was really expensive. Great point.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. It was really flipping expensive.
It was super expensive.
It was
like
crazy.
We didn't get real food there once because it was so expensive.
And after that 15-hour train journey, 3 days of lounging on the beach is exactly
I think it's a blessing in disguise.
It's a blessing in disguise. I think we paid money for it, but also we were gonna have to pay money for this 3 hours of a hotel that we were gonna have in Chiasso if we hadn't met these 2 guys. So
it's just like that was the biggest fumble of the trip. I don't know how we left a day early than we were supposed to. I guess it's better than leaving a day late though. Like then I don't know what we would have done.
That's true.
So
these things happen.
We were able to resolve it, thankfully.
We allotted money.
We did a lot money, but that was sure a fumble. That was super. That was the worst fumble.
There's literally no one we can blame except us for that one.
But yeah, any words of wisdom is like, have money if you're gonna travel like this, and also like don't blame each other if it's 2 of you. You can't do it because it is so complicated traveling like this. It's really hard. It's just, and also don't do the overnight train.
Don't do the overnight train to save the hotel.
Because you're gonna be exhausted.
And you're gonna waste a day.
You're gonna literally, it's so miserable.
Because we were like, oh, well, we don't want to waste a day, so we'll do the overnight train. But then we wasted all of today sleeping.
So.
The entire day.
And we're still exhausted.
And we're still tired. And we're gonna sleep a lot still.
So. Yeah. We're gonna have a great 3 days in Nice. Bye. Going back.
Tested positive for what?
Joseph Biden tested positive
for COVID.
He's pregnant. No, COVID.
You gonna get the contact? They're sopping wet with your eye juice.
Let's see your sunglass tan. You look like a tourist. Just kidding, it's not even noticeable at all.
You know, even if I didn't get a sunglass tan, but I also low-key got like 2 lines right here from looking at the sun and going... I have like 2 slight white lines. Very slight.
Get me.
I'm sorry, I have contacts on my finger. She's beauty, she is grace.
July 17th.
What a night!
Money, money, money. Must be funny in a rich man's world. We're in Monte Carlo. We're in Monaco. We got some cocktails. We're enjoying the beach and we found some shade and it's amazing.
Really quite lovely. My impersonation of a washing machine.
We are cleaning our
We're getting
clothes.
watched. We're being observed. What do you want me
So we had an issue with one of our trains and we asked the concierge for help and he's like, have you heard of blah blah blah?
Blah blah blah. Blah blah.
I was like, no, I haven't heard of blah blah. I was like, I've never heard of blah blah blah. And then I goes, blah blah car. And then we found blah blah bus. And that's what we're taking tomorrow. So that we're not alone in a car with some random people.
Blah blah bus.
Blah blah bus. We're back.
Ooh, time to have AC.
Ooh, it's stinky in here.
Where's my wand?
Blah blah bus.
Blah blah bus.
Blah blah bus.
Blah blah bus.
We're gonna go chill.
I'm going to sleep right here. Night. Don't call or text. I'm going to sleep.
Bye, niece. We are going to the train station to go to Barcelona.
We're beginning our second horrible train
Long
journey.
train journey, but at least it's in the daytime, and then we can sleep when we get to the hotel. I have a fat lip. I don't know why. And yeah. Niece, was nice to know ya.
Thank you, niece.